Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of the Fun Down NFL podcast with me, Jim, Punk Raider, Hannah, and Denver Dave. Guys, how we doing?
You're a bit more chipper than last time, Jim.
I know, I've got
He's
over it now
he's had time
to process.
digest the fact, process it, and actually realize that now there's no pressure and he can just enjoy watching the rest of the
It's
playoffs.
been a hell of a
Ye-
24 hours for the Steelers fans. They lose out of the playoffs, they lose their 19-year head coach, they're going to lose their coordinators. It's all change.
Yeah, you wait till you
But,
get Arthur Smith as your new head coach,
well, that is the
and you'll be
worry about the,
devastated.
the devil you don't know.
Mm.
I'm worried about. I'm worried about change, but there we go. Anyway, we're here to talk about the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. We are going to pick the 4 games that are happening there. Before we do that, we have to quickly go back and look at the wild card wrong-uns, because there's only one game where we're all consistent and on the ball with the consensus pick of the Rams over the Panthers. So that came in. There was one game where 3 of us got it wrong, and that was the 49ers versus the Eagles, where Punk, Dave, and Hannah picked the Eagles. Only yours truly picked the 49ers to win that game. So there we go. That was one brief
You're an
bit
island
of good.
boy.
Yep, on the good side. And then there was a game where 2 of us got it wrong. Patriots, Chargers. Me and Hannah picked the Chargers, and they scored 3 points. And then there were 3 islands. So Dave, you picked the Packers to beat the Bears,
Yeah.
and that was looking good until it didn't. And then I had 2 islands on the other end. Bills, Jags, and then Texans, Steelers. So that means I went 3-3. Dave and Hannah went to 4-2, and Punk went 5-1.
Nice.
And if
All
you didn't
right.
listen to the other pod, one of our listeners went 6-0.
Yeah.
Giants, Connor.
Well done,
He's
Connor.
yeah, he did very well.
I'm going to message him because I swear to God, I
think you
need I
should.
need I need to move house soon, and he might pay my stamp duty. My stamp duty, which is going to be 35 grand, by the way. Yeah.
Well,
the
we better
shotgun
move
off
swiftly
and
on then to
head
the
to the
divisional
bank.
round of the NFL playoffs. There are 4 games happening where we shuffle in the first seeds from both conferences. We're going to start on Saturday night, 9:30 in the UK. That is the Buffalo Bills at the Denver Broncos. They haven't faced each other yet this season. But Hannah, who are you picking to win this game?
Um, oof. I'm looking forward to this matchup. I'm
Mhm.
keen to see I'm keen to see what the Broncos are going to be doing after having that extra week. I'm very keen to see how broken Josh Allen actually is. Not that it matters, but can we get a weather check in Denver for Saturday, please?
Completely unprepared, but I will try my best, caller. Please hold the line.
Lovely.
I
As he
mean,
does
it'll be
that.
cold. It's Denver.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I mean, it's Buffalo. They're used to the cold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I I'm gonna go with Buffalo. I
Okay.
think
So, sorry, I was going to say weather-wise, the game there kicks off at 4:30. So it's going to be 3 degrees. 3 hours later, it's going to be -1. So it's going to get progressively colder as you go through. But
Mhm.
both teams are used to it, so I don't think it
yeah,
matters.
both cold weather
Um,
teams.
no
I'm gonna
rain,
go
no rain, no snow. It's all good. No wind.
nice. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Bills, and I think just we've spoken about it a lot, just the experience um of the Bills in the playoffs. And I think I said last week when I picked them to win, the mentality that the Chiefs aren't there, I think is still carrying them through. Um, and this is either going to be an incredible game or a dud game and nothing in between. But I'm going to go for the Buffalo Bills.
I agree with that.
Punk.
But you agree with the Buffalo Bills? That's an
No, I agree
interesting
with it's
pick
going to
there.
be a good or a dud.
Um, I don't. Maybe. I wonder how beat up Josh Allen is
Mm,
after that game against the Jags last week. The one thing that I think they will have to rely on is James Cook. They have to figure out a way of getting him going against this Broncos defense, just to give Allen a bit of a break from having to be Superman. For me, this game will boil down to the Bills offense versus the Broncos defense. I am not I'm not convinced that Bo Nix isn't going to have a deer in the headlights moment. Um, he could possibly do something, but I just feel like there's enough know-how in this Bills team to deal with it. Although the Bills defense isn't great. Having said that, this Broncos defense is legit. If they can stop Cook, I'm not sure that the Bills receiving core is going to be good enough to pull it out the bag for them, which means you really are kind of flip-flopping on this.
You are.
The thing that will sway me is that the Buffalo Bills are my Super Bowl pick, have been since the preseason, so I will be picking the Buffalo Bills.
I admire your loyalty.
Dave,
Um,
how
there's
about your loyalty?
Well, the thing I want to say on this first and foremost is this is the first time a number one seed has not been the favorite going into a game in the divisional round.
Are they not the
It's
favorite? I haven't seen the
Nope,
odds.
1 point up, 1 point difference. It's the first
Oh,
time. Sorry, it's the second time in history. It's the first time since the Nick Foles led Pittsburgh
Philadelphia Eagles.
Philadelphia Eagles went out to play and they were underdogs and they ended up winning the Super Bowl. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying it's the first time since there's the only 2 times in history it's happened. I think there's three key elements,
I
as you
think
say.
it depends which bookie you're looking at, because the one I'm looking at has the
I think
Broncos favored by a
it's
point.
Yeah.
the Vegas odds, the ones in America, centralized
Right.
Vegas odds. Oh, sorry, no, they were favorites. Everyone's dumped a load of money on the Bills, and that's why it swung the other way. But it was the Vegas odds originally. Um, the three elements to this is how fit is Josh Allen, and how much can the Broncos get to him? That's the first point, as you said. Second point is how can you stop James Cook because he's massive and fast, which is unusual.
Mm.
And that's going to be down to Dre Greenlaw and Talanoa Hufanga because they're going to be basically saying, you have that side, I have this side, and we're going to try and stop him whenever he's running. And the third thing is, and this is the bit that no one's really talking about that much, and the Broncos receivers. Bo Nix last year in the playoffs game against the Bills, at Highmark Stadium, whatever it's called this week, the receivers dropped a lot of balls and it was on third and longs, it was on key downs, and that was one of the main things that lost the game. The receiving core hasn't changed much. It's still pretty much the same players. They have to convert. They have to convert. I'm not overwhelmingly confident in this game, as you probably can imagine. But I'm going to have to go for the Broncos because I have to go for the Broncos. You'd have to throw me off this podcast if I didn't, because it's how can you
I'd
not?
admire your chutzpah if you
No, you wouldn't. You'd
You
mock
just
the
say it's a
living
reverse
daylights
Uno
out
I'd
of
or
me.
rather
some
you were
rubbish, wouldn't you?
honest and true to yourself
Yeah.
rather than just picking your team for the sake of picking your team.
Okay, so if I'm being absolutely honest, I think we've got enough in us to win the game, and
I'd agree.
my loyalty to the Broncos is going to sway that no matter what. I know the Broncos more than I know the Bills, tenfold, and I see enough of our strengths, but there's also um, we have to get to Josh Allen early. The way that quarterbacks have negated the pass rush recently is to get rid of the ball quickly. Josh Allen doesn't do that. It doesn't get rid of the ball quickly, so it's going to present opportunities, which is going to lead to what you said, Hannah. It's either going to be a really good game with lots of incidents, or I can't imagine the Bills just playing dink and dunk offense. I don't see it. But if they do, that might be the most effective way in which they play.
Okay. Well, it's going to be
Cue Jim
interesting.
saying, "Oh, they're going to get smashed."
I would say it for the lols. No, I think it's going to be a tense game. I've had my concerns about the Bills all season. I've not hidden that. I don't think their defense is particularly good. I don't think their receiver core is particularly good.
I mean,
Obviously,
it
I had
is the
high hopes
number
for.
one pass defense in the NFL. So it
Yeah, but
ain't
that
bad,
means
is it?
different things. That doesn't always mean what you think it means. Um,
That just
yeah,
means they're in a
I was
division with the Jets and the Dolphins.
exactly. Yeah,
Very true.
that does skew it slightly. No, I think that I was expecting more from the receiving core as well. That's been a letdown. You really have had to fall back onto Josh Allen and to James Cook to see you through games. The offensive line's been fairly decent for them. Um, Osiris Torrance has been pretty good. But yeah, the defense was always worrying for me going into the playoffs. I thought the Jags would have too much for them, and to be fair to that Bills defense, they stepped up in a way I didn't think they were going to. Um, for that reason, I'm picking the Bills because they have the better quarterback, they have the better running game in total, um, and I think they have the nous to get it done. They have the experience to beat the Broncos, who I don't think should be the number one seed in the AFC, if we're being completely honest. And I
Record.
can't stand Sean Payton. If we're talking about vibes, if I dip into Hannah's well there,
Let's
one of the
always
most
talk about
unlikable
vibes.
guys I've ever encountered. He just gives the impression that he parks in disabled bays and steals lollipops from kids, you know. So it
What's
doesn't
wrong with
hurt
that?
me to pick the Bills over the Broncos and hope that that manifests itself. So it's an island for you, Dave. I wish you all the best as a human, but I don't like your team this year. So
Do you know
um,
what? I'm perfectly comfortable with that.
yeah, excellent.
You've got Aaron Rodgers as quarterback, and you're sitting there talking about likability. How dare
Yeah.
you?
How long has he been with
I
us?
was I was about to say.
Yeah,
One season and done.
I
That's
don't
fine.
mind that. It's all good. He's a brilliant coach.
What? Because he rode Drew Brees to one Super Bowl and then had
No,
Bounty Gate.
no, no, not because of that. It's because he took over the Broncos and took us to the number one overall seed, no matter what you say, while still carrying the 85 million dead cap from Russell Wilson and a rookie quarterback.
Let's not
That's
get into
why.
this, but he was supposed to fix Russell Wilson.
No,
All
he
Yeah,
right,
wasn't.
no.
the
No,
fix.
You,
no,
I could have
no.
done that fix
Jim,
job on
He
Russell
went to
Wilson.
Russell Wilson and went, nah, and got rid of
He
him.
wouldn't
Jim,
have got the
That's
job
what he
unless he
did.
said he was going to do
that's
it.
not fair because no one can fix Russell Wilson. It's,
Yeah, but he got
you
the
can't
jobs.
blame a coach on his inability to fix Russell Wilson.
He would
Yeah.
not have got
Everything
his
else I
foot in the
agree
door
with.
if he had not said he could have fixed him in the first place to the owners. So he lied to get the job and then instantly turned around and goes, "Ah, let's just fire him. I don't care how
No,
much it's going to cost you to
Kidding.
do
if he
it."
goes to them and says, if Russell Wilson can be fixed, I will fix him, then goes to the owner to go, this guy's a dud. We need to get him out. He cannot be fixed. That's not lying. That's just truth, man.
I don't believe a word he says. So not after Bounty
And
Gate.
that's fine by me.
Let's move on then to the late game on Saturday. It's starting at 1 in the morning, Hannah. And it is an NFC West matchup of the 49ers at the Seahawks. Obviously, they've played each other twice. In week 1, the 49ers won 17-13. In week 18, the Seahawks repaid the favor 13-3, so both away wins. But Dave,
I'm going to
who
keep
was
this
yours?
really, really simple. Seahawks win on physicality. Done.
What about the game?
I refer to my previous
Not
statement.
just doing bench presses. I mean, who wins the game?
They'll beat them up on the line. They'll dominate them. They'll strangle the 49ers and the 49ers won't have a chance.
Not a chance. All right, just
Nope.
writing that down. Okay, thank you. Punk.
Unfortunately, although I agree with my, I was going to say learned, but it didn't
You
sound
can
too
say it.
learned,
You can
friend.
say it. It's fine.
I think this is one bridge too far for the 49ers. I think the amount of players they've got out, losing Kittle as well, coaching, they've done a tremendous job. It's a fantastic job, but I think the Seahawks will just beat them up and wear them down. I really do. Having had
It
the
might be
extra week's
close.
rest as well, it might be. I don't think this will be a blowout in any
Yeah.
way, shape,
It
or
might be
form.
close, but
And
come
I
the end of
don't.
the game, they'll
Yeah, I
accelerate
don't
away.
think it's a 38-35 thriller either. I think it's a close, hard fought, tough game, the kind that I really like watching. But I just think that extra week's rest for the Seahawks as well, and that swarming defense they've got will just be too much for the 49ers in the end.
Can
So
I
I'm
give a
picking the Seahawks.
Can I give a Denver Dave top tip on betting this week?
Oh, good
Um,
God.
Both quarterbacks to throw an interception. I don't know what the odds will be,
Oh,
but
Pretty
I fancy
Not
those
bad.
odds.
pretty
That's
good
not
odds to
bad.
be fair.
Yeah.
like both your kickers to miss an extra point.
That was, I mean, genius, but accidental, but I'll take it.
Accidental genius. Yeah,
I can tell you another bet as well, but I'll tell you that off air. It was very interesting.
fair enough. Hannah.
Yeah. Do you know what? I am nervous going into this game because unpredictable against the Niners, and we seem to play them better when we're in San Francisco.
Mhm.
But we're the better team. The Eagles absolutely roughed them up last week as well. They're coming in without Kittle, generally a bit rough and tumbled as they have been all season. We've had the extra week to work on, scoring points, which hopefully that's what the Seahawks have done over the last week and a half. I think, I said it when we were talking about week 18, like we obviously need to end offensive drives in points, but just the fact that we had such long offensive drives in that final game, it gives the defense chance to rest. And as in a very aggressive and big defense that we have, they need time to rest. So if we play exactly how we played in week 18, we will win this game irrelevant of what the Niners do. I have gone, I will never bet against Seattle ever. So obviously, as a shock to no one, I'm picking the Seahawks, but I wanted to play any other team in the playoffs rather than the Niners this week.
About the
So
Rams.
I would have taken the Rams over the Niners,
Must be tough for you
honestly.
because it's two teams that you really like.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? How exciting. So
It's a win-win.
no, it's not. Um, but yeah, I'm picking the number one seed Seattle Seahawks to win this game, Jimothy.
Okay. Well, that's three for the Seahawks, so only one person can get this onto an island and make it interesting. I'm not that person. The
Didn't think you would be.
49ers are unfortunately too banged up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and there was a report today about Fred Warner being able to maybe make the NFC title game. It's like you ain't going to make the title game, Fred, to be
I
a,
mean,
a
it
factor in that.
literally is wheeling people out now, isn't it?
Yeah,
On the off chance that they're 60% fit and can give you 30 snaps.
yeah. It's not the right week for the 49ers to be going up against that defense. Uh,
And we have Charles Cross back as well,
oh, okay.
Mm.
Left
which
tackle
is
cross.
huge after a pretty hefty signing extension.
Mm.
And a couple of other chaps that have been out for a few weeks. They're potentially earmarked to play. So,
Sounds like a bit of unprepared.
Rusty Gate on the left
mm,
side.
Yeah.
No, no. I mean that Niners win was in week one. That's obviously a completely different team from into week 18 than it was in week one. So yeah, there's far too much going in the Seahawks' favor for this one. It'd be silly to go against them.
Cue
So
the Niners being 17 points up after the first quarter.
yeah, just don't see how it's earthly possible for that to
Sam
happen.
Darnold throwing 4 interceptions.
Yeah.
Jamon Jennings
still
rolling
win the
out right
game.
and making another pass. Anyway, let's move on to Sunday, shall we? Let's get these other games done. The first one is the Houston Texans at the New England Patriots. So, Punk, what are you doing here?
I'm going with the defense. Texans are going to absolutely batter the Patriots. Patriots still haven't played anyone particularly good this season. I know they've beaten a playoff team, but the Chargers were so banged up on that O line,
Mm.
they almost had their way with them. The Texans' offense is a bit shaky. I think this could be one of the closest games, to be honest. But I just trust that Texans defense to swarm and turn Drake May into the deer in the headlights that he really should have been in his first start in the playoffs, but wasn't. So, yeah, Texans rolling on.
Hannah.
Yeah, I like the Texans for this. I think the win against the Steelers last week is going to be what Houston needs because they have been shaky. They're a 12-win team. It's been ages since I've mentioned this. I've seen them play live. And
Have you?
they're I know I went over to Seattle. Did I not mention that?
No.
That's a
Wow.
funny place to go and watch the Texans.
Mm.
No, right? Um, I think last week is exactly what the Texans needed to get CJ's head on straight. I think the Patriots are a good football team. Um, but I just think, yeah, the Houston defense is phenomenal. When the offense puts their foot in the ground, they can be really good. And I prefer Houston in this matchup. So I'm going for them.
Dave.
Again, same as Punk and Hannah, I'm siding with the defense and I'm betting on them to get double-digit sacks against Drake May May.
Jake Mame. Okay.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, I think that although I praised Milton Williams and the interior rush that the Patriots had against the Chargers, which isn't that difficult against that Chargers O-line, they don't have the outside rush that the Steelers have. And so CJ Stroud is going to have more time in the pocket than he had against us. And he converted 10 of 15 third down attempts in our game. So he's going to have more time. And he showed that he can hit Christian Kirk and he can hit Nico Collins if he's there. And Woody
Nico,
Marks was playing very well.
I've seen an update on Nico Collins. It's almost
Oh, yeah?
certain he'll be out.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
with the grade category that he's been given, the grade category concussion that he's been assigned, only like 4 players in the past 3 years have come back within the week for that. So it
Yeah.
seems unlikely.
I'm assuming they'll target Jaden Higgins and Xavier Hutchinson a bit more then.
Yeah.
Dalton Schultz should get a bit of work as well over the middle. They are too much for a team that has been elevated above their station to the number 2 seed. Again, the Patriots, who'd have thought it, always getting over elevated by terrible teams in their division. So it's going to be a sweep for the Texans. So we've got 2 sweeps in a row there, Seahawks and Texans. We've got one more game, and that is the NFC matchup of the Los Angeles Rams at the Chicago Bears.
We did this last
Chicago.
week. Jim, you go first. You haven't gone first yet. There's
Yeah.
4 fixtures. Everyone's gone first apart from you, so off you go, sir.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because obviously Chicago, it's tough to bet against them now. They've had, like I said, 7 fourth quarter or overtime comeback wins. Just doesn't phase them. They've got a head coach who just rolls 6s every time. And the Rams have been shaky as well. They were lucky to come through against the Panthers. They had to rely on a decent drive in the end from the players that get them over the hump. So for that reason, I'm taking the Rams to do it one more time and beat the Bears in Chicago. This is, despite what Punk thinks, this is a great season for the Bears to bow out now and still have their head held high. You haven't got to be the
never
only team
said
that wins
the
everything.
Bears weren't having a good season. I just
No, you
said I
say
don't
it'll be a
believe
bad
in them.
season. If you don't win, you can't have a good game.
Yeah, you just losers. That's what
You're
you
just
say.
Yeah.
losers.
Just
Yeah,
losers.
but we
But
won't
the
know
Bears
that
are
till
used to
next
that,
week.
but they're not used to winning their division and winning a playoff game as well at home against their hated rival Packers.
But
So
to be fair,
yeah,
Punk
That's a
talks
very
about
that's a very good point, Jim, actually.
Punk talks about losers, and he supports the best losers in the NFL.
they
I
are the
know
best.
exactly what I'm talking about.
You can smell a loser from 50 paces. I'm taking the Rams because they do have, despite what we're all saying, they do still have the best overall unit. Jared Verse, Braden Fisk can get pressure through. And I've heard it's unsustainable to try and get loads of points in the fourth quarter. So I'm going to go with Sean McVay to figure out what he needs to do there to get the job done. And a great season for the Bears. Long may it continue. I hope they have more success moving forwards. But yeah, I'm taking the Rams to be a bit too savvy this one. They've got the experience on the numbers there. So that's me going first. Let's then go to Dave.
What Jim said, I agree entirely.
Oh wow.
I don't believe that we live in a world where the Chicago Bears get to a championship game. I just don't believe that that's where we are right now. They're young, they're impetuous, they're inexperienced, everything that the Rams aren't. And I expect the Rams to come out on top in a very close game.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it'll be the Rams by the width of a fag paper.
Hannah.
I just would like both teams to win and have a lovely time, which I appreciate is not not how football works,
Are the
much to a
Bears in your
degree.
stable then?
Just
You haven't even mentioned the Bears yet.
I've been a
Yes.
big
Not
old
enough.
Caleb Williams supporter
Not
this
enough. Not
season.
like Bryce and Bake.
Yeah, no, I mean, but come on, Vic's love of my life.
Levels of love.
Um, look, how cool would it be to have the conference as an NFC West matchup? That's the dream of dreams, right? And it's very, very likely to happen. I all week have been thinking it's going to be the Bears, but then Jim, that comment you just made about the fact that they're not playing a division rival makes me then question my decision. And it's not because the Rams necessarily have been shaky, which they have been. They are still, in my opinion, the best team in the NFL, the Rams.
Hmm.
I don't know. I just don't know. Um,
Where is
I
it?
am gonna go.
Where is it? It's in Chicago,
It's
obviously.
in
Let me
Chicago.
do a Chicago weather
Oh yeah,
check.
We're
can we
I
have
was
a
going to
weather
say I was
check?
division.
going to ask for a weather check.
This is gonna be a great game.
Mm.
They're all. I mean,
They're all going to be good
we're in
games.
the divisional round. They're all going to be great games.
Oh,
I'm going to go for the
okay.
weather
Weather.
check.
Um, what time of the day in the States is this happening? Do we know? Because that ma seems to matter.
It's
6:30
6 p.m.
p.m.
yeah.
Okay, so it's -10.
Oh,
It feels like -14, and there's a 72% chance of snow.
I'm going to go for the Chicago Bears.
I might have to
Whoa.
change my mind, because their run game's better. No, no, I'm sticking with the Rams, sticking with my instinct. -10 and a high chance of snow.
I'm
We've
going to
got
go.
difference, though. That's what I want to see. We've got
Yes.
Yeah.
It
difference.
just for clarity, it says snow showers, by the way. So it's not going to be like a full-on buffalo where it's 3 inches thick or anything like that. It's going to be
No, I just like Chicago in this matchup. I think they're coming off their, we spoke a lot this season about their losing mentality, and that's what's been a struggle with them. They are so far from a losing mentality now that granted, it might just be in the fourth quarter, but they will do everything they can to exploit the Rams, and that includes playing in -1 million weather. It's going to be close. I think whoever has the ball last is going to win this game, but I've just got it in my gut. I feel it. I feel it in my vibes. I'm going. We're having a Seahawks Bears NFC conference game.
Okay. And Punk, play us out. Who are you picking?
This actually is the game that I flip-flopped on the most
Oh my God, you flipped
since.
ages on the Bills Broncos.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I was always going to pick the Bills just
Oh,
because they were my Super Bowl team. But
building tension.
yeah,
that was it.
exactly. But
Showman.
this one I genuinely have flip-flopped on a lot, especially since the Bears seem to have that magic bit of dust where they can do no wrong. I don't know, Matt. Look, DeAndre Swift is having the best season of his career. The Rams are the better overall team. Caleb's just, he's borrowed Josh Allen's Superman cape for the fourth quarters. Can it be sustained? No, it can't. Come on, man. Rams are a much better team. They've got a run game, they've got a pass game, they've got an MVP quarterback, they've got an absolute stud defense. Yeah, I'm going for the Rams. And they've got the coach. I'm sorry, but Ben Johnson's going to try one trick play too many, or, Caleb's not going to make all the throws. Yeah, I'm going Rams.
There's an island then for Hannah and the Chicago Bears. Well,
Yeah,
this is why we watch the game. It's not played
But
on paper.
I still see a world where the Bears win this.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Definitely,
I
definitely,
think, do you know,
It's
do you
like
know
a
what's really great about this divisional round across AFC and NFC is despite on how we felt at the end of the season when all the playoff spots got matched and everything, these are four incredibly well matched games.
Agreed.
Like
yeah.
they are teams that can exploit each
Dis
other's weaknesses.
Despite two of
And
them being sweeps and the other two being islands, I agree.
And one
yeah,
island's because
but
he can't bear to fix against his team. So
No, it's because I believe. I believe, Jim.
Of course you do.
yeah,
yeah, of course you do.
but
That
it
winking you were doing when you were picking them was
Did
other
you
than
say
the
winking
sea
or?
I said winking this time. Yeah.
other than the Seahawks pick, which we all knew was always going to be Seattle for me, the other three games, I really had to think about this. I had to delve into my brain a lot, which Stressful.
Scary place.
Yeah, scary place. Don't want to be hanging out in there too long, gents.
You
So
wait, you wait till the Bears Broncos Super Bowl, then we'll see. That'll be
God.
difficult.
God.
if the Bears beat the Rams, the Bears can literally beat anyone.
We'll see.
We shall.
We shall.
So there we go. Those are our picks for the divisional round. We'll be back next week to see what the hell happened on those 4 games. And then, of course, get ourselves ready for the championship games, AFC and NFC championship games. As you got this far, check on the patreon.com/finaldown website and follow us there. Sign up because you can. You can do it for free and to get some of the stuff in there, or you pay the money and you get everything, all the goodies. Or you can check us out on social media as well, except for Hannah. But you can check her out on Blue Sky. So, until next time, I've been Jim, that's been Point Radio, that's been Hannah, that's been Dave, and thank you very much for listening.
I just would like both teams to win and have a lovely time.